Hey there everyone, let's take a look at the Kraken, how best to use them, how best to build them, and how to be as effective as possible with them in the Evolve Alpha. Let's get started. In this gameplay, we're going to be playing on, I think this map is called Fusion Plant, and first things first is we're going to be taking a route that only Kraken is able to take. We're going to be taking advantage of his flight abilities, just flying all the way across the map. This guy is always going to spawn right there. He often has a buff, so it's really great to get started with killing him, and then you can kind of branch off either to the left or to the right, and there's going to be some of those little like deer, gazelle-looking things off to one of the two ways in big groups that you can vortex down. So what you're seeing for my very first level here is I'm choosing a level 3 vortex first and foremost. The reason for this is that I'm able to absolutely shred through groups of wildlife and kill them very, very quickly, very effectively, without having to slow down and use the Kraken's generally very, very weak melee attacks. And you see me skip that buff because I already have a buff, and I like the buff that I have. I didn't want to kill that little lemur, like, I think that's like I think they call that some kind of leopard thing in this game, because I didn't want the buff that it gives me. I just wanted the one I already had. So I actually did turn around to go kill it just because it was annoying me, preventing me from eating. But basically, what the Kraken is able to do is you're able to get into these positions in the very, very early game where the hunters, no matter how fast they are, they simply can't catch you and they can't stop you from leveling up. So what I like to do is just go after as many of the wildlife animals that I possibly can as early as I can, since I know that they can't catch me, and I don't care about being like very stealthy or not. And what I just want to do is get to level 2 as quickly as I possibly can. So we're going to start with, like I was just saying, that level 3 vortex to absolutely begin with. It's great for killing all those big groups of wildlife very easily, as well as for if the humans do end up catching up to you earlier than you would like, you can easily go into flight and drop a vortex, and then just start spewing fireballs at them as you run away and dash backwards. And generally, they're not going to be able to catch you unless they have a very, very good trapper. So barring that situation, you're pretty much always going to deal a little bit of damage and get away from them and continue your eating habits on the complete opposite side of the map, especially so on this map. And there you can see right there, that one vortex killed that entire group of guys. We're only, 2.5 minutes into the game now, and we're already ready to evolve to level 2. You could do this much, much faster regardless, but we're just doing it in 2.5 minutes here, which is still pretty quick. So we're trying to evolve, get to that level 2. Unfortunately, this game is very glitchy with the actual evolve animation. Whether you press V or hold V doesn't really seem to matter. Your guy just doesn't like to evolve sometimes. So you're going to see me kind of struggling with this for a little bit. We're actually going to fast forward a little through like my minutes upon minutes of struggling until I finally actually get my evolve off. So now that we're finally actually getting through the evolve animation, this is like 2.5 minutes later, guys. I literally was just trying just to evolve and do nothing else for 2.5 minutes, and I couldn't do it because this game is wonderful. So what we're going to do for level 2 is we're going for a level 3 lightning strike. This is going to allow us to engage all the enemy humans and pretty much just absolutely destroy them. You guys are going to notice like this group of gazelles that's already dead, or deer, whatever you want to call them. I don't know what they're called. From right before I went up to level 2, their corpses were still there, so I was able to finish feeding on them and get a good third of the way up to level 3 already. So we're just sneaking around. We see one of the enemy humans. We're just going to kind of lie in wait for him to get a little bit closer, see if he's got any buddies with him, and then we're going to use our lightning strike and our vortex together to deal massive damage. The vortex seems to do like about a quarter of their health, and the lightning strike seems to do about a half, if not more. So they're both very, very powerful attacks. And now we're going to see the trapper actually kind of come after me solo here. Get that lightning off. There goes half his health. We get a vortex off. There goes another quarter. He's almost dead already and forced to just keep running away. We're tossing fireballs, tossing another vortex. We miss him, but we get that stupid lightning strike with how big of the range it is. We finally finish him off. That guy died so fast. He had no chance to ever react to what I was doing, really, other than to just try and run. So now that his teammates were separated, they just got to keep running after me. And this is kind of what Kraken is really great at. He deals massive spike damage, which means he's able to deal a huge amount of damage in a very small amount of time. So what's great about him is if you're able to get to that level 2 and just play a very cautious and slow game and catch somebody off guard, you can just drop a lightning bolt right on their head and just deal huge amounts of damage, and it's so good. But you know, that's not the only way to play Kraken, of course. You know, sometimes you want to go for level 3. So when I do go for level 3, I'm kind of torn on whether I like the Banshee Mines or that area of effect, Electric Shock, better. I kind of think I like the AoE one better, just because once I damage somebody and I'm able to get really close to them and I actually light up that electric AoE, I feel like no one's really able to get away from it fast enough. The humans are just not quick enough. They're all going to be using their jetpacks so much just to fly around and stay away from my fireballs that they're not going to be able to dash and get away from that electric cloud. So we're going to transition over to another gameplay now where you can see me using that very effectively. So now here we are in yet another gameplay. This time I'm not going to be using the Lightning Strike, where I actually just went straight for the AoE Electric just because I wanted to try something different other than the Lightning Bolt. And you're going to be able to see me start using this in just a moment here. So basically I'm able to knock a guy down and just camp his corpse with that Electric Blast. It seems to do at level 3 about as much damage as the Lightning Bolt, your 1 ability. Maybe a little bit less, but you know, it's able to hit multiple targets in a very huge radius. So generally what I like to do is try to knock somebody down and then just get really close to their body and just do that AoE next to them, because nobody can res that guy, and if they're trying to get close, they're using all their dashes to get in. They can't get back out. So look, I already killed the entire team here. Daisy's going to be able to get a couple of clutch revives, and I just got to keep, you know, killing them over and over, but frankly they're solo against me. There's nothing they can do. Again, the Electric Blast finishes that guy off because he just can't run away fast enough. We're able to kill Daisy, kill this assault that was just revived, and you know, just this is Electric Blast, just how it works. You know, it recharges quick. You control massive areas with it with absolutely no effort, and it does just retarded amounts of damage. This character is extremely, extremely good, and frankly, I believe you need to be very aggressive as humans against it to really beat him. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something new. Please like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and we'll see you next time. Take care.